what do I want to say? I'm backwards dyslexic. Good morning, everybody. It's Gina. Today's weigh-in day. Here we go. How did my week go? Well, I was kind of hoping that I had my iPad with me because I was just going to show you in my planner. It would have been easier. Maybe I can insert a photo of that kind of somewhere in this video. I did weigh every day, and I can tell you, for me, that helps. It kind of sort of keeps me on track and keeps me from going too far way out in left field. On, I believe it was Wednesday, I had like a crazy moment where I thought, you can eat pasta. And I made the best pasta on my lands. I'd never made it before, but I wanted pasta, and so I had to, you take everything that you have in your pantry and you just make something. So I had some chicken that I had cooked off in the crock pot, just sitting in the refrigerator, left over. So I knew I wanted to use that, and so I just took a skillet out, put some water in it, put some spaghetti in it, boiled it, put some spaghetti in it. Maybe a third of the pack, the long pack of spaghetti noodles. I think I used it 2 other times. So a third of whatever, is it a pound? I don't even really know. But a third of that is what I had for pasta for us in the pan. And we both ate it. And there were leftovers. And then I added half a cup of Parmesan cheese. I don't know why. Half a cup of milk. I could have used almond milk had I had it, but there's more points. And I filled it up with the chicken. A lot of it was chicken. Did I put a vegetable in it? No. Did I have broccoli in the freezer? Yes, I did. And then I put a can of fat-free chicken, cream of chicken soup in it. And then when it was all said and done, it just didn't seem creamy enough to me. So I put about 1/4 cup of fat-free sour cream in it. It was yum-alicious. My husband was like, oh my God, this is good. Well, first of all, it was basically good for you, low fat. I could have used half the noodles and put zoodles in it. I could have definitely put broccoli in it, and all of those things would have made it better for you. But no, I ate about at least 1.5 cups of that meal, and I gained 3 pounds overnight. And it took me until Saturday to really start seeing it release and come back off. And I don't know if that was for me extremely dieting, or if it was, that's kind of just what happens if you eat pasta. I don't really know the answer to that. And I realize you're going to end up being crooked because I can see that my phone is slightly crooked, but I'm not moving it because you're not moving too much. So that's where we're going to stay. Anyways, so that was kind of my week up and until Saturday, which was a pretty darn good day. Eating wise, we did really good. I stayed on track all the rest of the week up to that point. Well, our new pastors got here, came in from Missouri, and they got here on Saturday evening. I came down to the church to welcome them, get them in, get them settled, get their keys, the stuff you do. And I leave them, and my car just trots on off to the store. Now, I've already shared that whole story with you in a video I put out sometime during the week, so I'm not going to go too much into detail there, but my point in telling you this now is I felt the need to have half a cup of Haagen-Dazs. And the reason why I went to the store was straight up for ice cream. I didn't have any ice cream in the house because I know I have a problem with it. But I came home with Haagen-Dazs, Dryers, and Klondike bars. Now, granted, I can't have the Dryers or the Klondike bars because they have chocolate in them. But I'm just saying, I couldn't buy one thing of ice cream. I bought 3. Because I didn't want Tom eating my Haagen-Dazs, which he wouldn't anyways. He doesn't really care for coffee flavored ice creams. But if it was all that was in the house, he would have. So I made sure he had 2 to choose from. Well, he's trying to diet too, so basically I sabotaged him and me. Yeah, I did that. So that, oddly enough, did not set me back. I still was weighing myself down, and I'm very much hoping for a loss today. I almost can't believe I'm saying that. After the 3-pound up debacle on Wednesday, it never even dawned on me that all of it would come back off toward the end of the week, and I would be actually lower than I was on the scale this morning than I was last Tuesday morning on my scale at home. So I can hope. A woman can hope. We're going to find all that out. That's kind of my week, how it went. And when I come back, I will go over the weekly with you and how our meeting went. I'm headed into my office now to be with my new pastor. He's a very hands-on pastor. He was very visible yesterday to the staff and the volunteers, and so I love that about him. We've known him his entire life. His parents used to be my youth pastors. So, there you go. That's what I'm doing. I'll catch you all in a bit. How you like that, Sandy? It's completely straight, but it so looks crooked. So I'm going to crooked it up and see what it does. Oh, it's attached. It won't go. It won't move. Sorry about your luck, Sandy. Just saying. So if you don't follow Sandy, I'm talking about Sandy over at Let's Get Fit currently. And eventually it's going to be Let's Get Fit with Sandy. That's what's coming up on her channel. Spent about an hour and a half, 2 hours on the phone with her last night. Chit-chatting the breeze and talking about life and updating some of her account business. It's evening. I've already had dinner. I made a crock pot full of, this is what I did. I took center cut pork chops and chicken breasts, and I stuffed it all in a crock pot with some cumin and some onion and some chili verde sauce and some other just seasonings, non-salted McCormick's, kind of like Mrs. Dash, but it was the McCormick brand. I can talk, but it was the McCormick brand, and put all that in the crock pot, and we're making like little burritos out of it for dinner. So basically, I've got my meat done for the week because we are not heating up this house. We're back up to 105 to 108, I think, this week, sporadically throughout the week. Okay, enough of that. So Weight Watcher Freestyle, the weekly thing this week was about a book that someone wrote. Oh, I guess someone wrote every single book in the world. Now, didn't they? They're talking about a specific author. Pulitzer Prize winning reporter and author Charles Duhigg. You know, one of them doohickeys, but Duhigg, a doohickey. They probably wouldn't appreciate me saying that. Anyways, what the topic of the meeting was this week is getting in the habit. That's what our goal is. And so I'll go ahead and read that, but in a nutshell, what they wanted, what we brought out in our meeting was piggyback something that you want to do, that you want to create a habit out of, onto something that you already do. As in, our leader brought out that for years now, she has, which of course she made it a funny story because that's kind of who she is, and I understand that completely. But how when she brushes her teeth with her electric toothbrush, which is 2 minutes a day, every day, twice a day, so 4 minutes in total, she does squats while she's doing it because her doctor encouraged her to increase the strength in her lower body by doing squats. Well, she had a hard time doing it and remembering to do it and not forgetting until the end of the week. And you're like, oh my lands, I was supposed to start that. Oh my goodness, I do that all the time. I'm going to do thus or so, and by the end of the week, you know, it's Friday and you ain't went to the gym one time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So in her mind, she was like, well, I brush my teeth every day, twice a day, for 2 minutes. I'm going to do squats while I'm brushing my teeth. And she's been doing that way for years. She added a habit to an already habit of hers. And that's what we talked about in our meeting. We did not go over the book at all. So let's see what the book has to say. Okay, it says the word habit might make us think of nail biting, swearing in traffic, negative and unhelpful behaviors, but in its core, a habit is neutral. Simply stated, a habit starts as a conscious, one-time action that's repeated over time until the behavior becomes automatic routine. That's what a habit is. That's why it takes 3 weeks, 21 days to create a habit. You need to consecutively do something over and over and over and over to create a habit. We all know that, but that's what they're talking about. And a lot of times there is a lot of just reiterating stuff in Weight Watchers that we already know. We've heard it, we know it, but we don't do it. So hence the fact that we're all on a weight loss journey, right? You know. So there's 3 things that they're talking about in this habit forming situation. The cue, the behavior, and the reward. Those are the 3 things they want you to focus on. The cue triggers the behavior. It can be a time of day, an emotional state, a place or event. For example, stepping out of bed could be your cue to start your habit. Or in my Weight Watcher leaders situation, she's brushing her teeth. That's her cue to start doing squats. I hate squatting. I'm already squatty as it is. I don't need to make it worse. Just saying. The behavior, for example, is pouring yourself a cup of coffee. The reward is the payoff from the behavior. So I think what they're trying to say is you find something that you do already. And in this case, they brought up pouring a cup of coffee. Or, well, I'll tell you, one of the girls brought up in our meeting was that she had trouble drinking water, which of course I totally do. And so she decided that every single morning when she gets up, she has a cup of coffee. So she has decided, because they asked for us to give ideas what we thought we would do to make a habit this week. And she said she thought she would, instead of immediately getting up and going and getting that coffee, because that's her behavior, that she would make a glass of water and drink it before the coffee. I think that could benefit 2 things. I think that flushing out your system before you start the day might be better. My husband is yelling for a towel, which I know is there. Oh, no, it's not. I used it to dry my hair today. It's my fault he's yelling. And he knows I'm filming. Anyways, so she used that behavior of getting her coffee as the prompt, to prompt the cue to drink the water, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's really what, I guess the behavior is. You find something that you do every day. I really need to find the habit of actually taking my pills every day. And my happy pill is a hormone so that people don't shoot me. I'm just saying. I can be quite haggy if I don't have my hormone. I'm just saying. It's true. But I still battle, knowing I need it. Done it for decades. Knowing I need it, I still have trouble taking it every single day. I need to find my a behavior that causes me to take my hormone every day without fail and make it a habit. So that's not really Weight Watcher related. I'm literally tearing my pant apart as I'm sitting here. There is a big old string. You needed to see all that. So one of the behaviors that I need to add this week, which is not technically Weight Watchers, is I need to consistently take my pills, which also has my daily vitamin in it. So in reality it is. I need a drink. Gina needs a drink. Oh, no, I'm kidding. Well, okay, the reward, the payoff. The payoff from the behavior. Here it would be a physical sensation. The coffee tastes good, and or you start to feel energized. But the reward can be the emotional too. Say, pride at completing a workout, and it can be something. You know what? I need to turn this camera off. I'll be right back. So let's go back with the reward. The payoff from the behavior. Here it would be a physical sensation. The coffee tastes good and you start to feel energized. But the reward could be emotional too. Say, pride at completing a workout. And it can be something you choose. Say, reading a book. This reward or benefit is what makes the behavior worthwhile. So, worthwhile. Makes the behavior worthwhile. So, we want to perform it again and again. Okay. Creating and changing habits is totally up to you, says Doohiggy. He's going to hate that I said that. The real power of habit is that your habits are what you choose them to be. You're in control of your habits, not the other way around. Yeah. Understanding how habit works is key to transforming healthy eating, activity, and mindset behaviors. That's okay. Everybody already heard you yelling for a towel. He's all, sorry. I knew I was filming. I know. I laid it over my back today and because I let my hair dry natural curly and anyways, he's all, sorry. He's still saying it. You guys might, please don't thumbs me down today. Oh, he's still making noise. He knows I'm filming. He's sorry again. Yeah, it's chicken. It's chicken, raw chicken. Thank you. Go ahead. Activity, mindset, behaviors into steady habits to fit your life and help you on your journey. Okay, let me just start back with something where we're going to understand what I was saying. Creating and changing habits is totally up to you, says Doohiggy. The real power of habit is that your habits are what you choose them to be. You're in control of your habits, not the other way around. We choose what we form in our lives as a day-to-day habit, not the other way around. So if we are not tracking every day, or we are not getting our water in every day, or we are not walking around the block every day, if that was a goal you set for yourself, getting our steps in, whatever the case is for you, if we're not doing that, that's our fault. Do you understand that? We chose to not go forth with that habit. That's what they're trying to say. Okay, so then there is the what to do page, and the what to do says create your own, I can't read that backwards. I saw habit. Create your own habit tool. That doesn't say tool. Oh my God, I can't read backwards. Create your own habit loop. I'm backwards loop. What do I want to say? I'm backwards dyslexic. Just saying. Number one, the habit is that I want to adopt is, you write that down. Number two, What will the cue be? In my leader's case, it was she needed to brush her teeth. That was her cue. How will I reward myself? When will I do it? When I do this, I will do that. Number 3 is how will I reward myself? For example, when I finish with my meal prep, I'll read a book in the bath to help me relax before the week ahead. Anything that you choose could be put there. Now, use this formula to describe the habit loop you created. When I do this, I will do that. Afterward, I will reward myself with this. Okay, so that's what they want you to do again. The think again this week says, an unhelpful thought might be, I wish I had healthier habits, but that's just not the way it is. But a helpful thought might be, I may not have as many healthy habits as I wish I did, but that can change. I have the power to create my own habits. Our inspiration from a member this week comes from this person. And her name is Janet. She's from Massachusetts. And 2016, she rejoined Weight Watchers. It was her 4th time joining. And I don't know if it tells us when she got to goal. But her healthy habit is, I started gradually drinking H2O. Whenever I felt thirsty the first week, I drank 8 fluid ounces of water. I rarely ever actually feel thirsty. But anyways, I drank 8 ounces of water in place of one of my usual diet sodas. The next week, I drank 1 fewer diet soda in the whole day. Another 8 ounces of water. And the next week, 1 fewer diet soda, and now I was at 24 ounces of water. Okay, so I don't drink that much liquid, period. It doesn't really matter what the liquid is, other than coffee, and I'm not giving up coffee. There's my problem. Almost all of the liquid I drink is coffee. But she's saying how she did it. So she started with, when she felt thirsty, she drank water the first week. The second week, instead of having a diet soda, she drank a glass of water. The rest of the day, she still had all her diet sodas, and so on and so on. There's your inspiration with her. Here's your recipe for the week. I will not be having it, but it looks okay. It's a swordfish recipe, and here's your recipe. Let's see if we can get you. And we are at the end. Not even a coupon this week. And my doggy wants to say hello. Come here. You want to say hi? Can you say hi? Can you say hi to everybody? Oh, okay. Can you say hi? Daddy calling, maybe he'll look. Say hi, Cooper. Oh, no. He just had to go see Daddy. So, how did the Gina do? Okay, so where were we? Week before last was that when I was down the 3 point something or other? 3.2. And then last week I was up 0.8, but remember I had been on a 2 weeks vacation, so I had skipped a whole week there. And this week, and you know, we don't have our little stickers no more, but I am down 2.8. I'm good. I'm good. So, how was your week? What did you do to find success? And tell me kind of in the comments below what you think that you could add as a new healthy habit this week, especially if you don't go to meetings. If you're online only and you wouldn't have seen this isn't something that you would have normally got to see. If I hadn't shared it with you, you wouldn't have known about this, the weekly. So I'm interested to see what you might add to your day, tagged onto something else, and to create your healthy habit. And then what will I can talk. And then what will your reward be for doing it? Let me know in the comments below. And I know I rarely ever ask this, but like, comment, share, subscribe if you're not subscribed. I don't know why you'd be watching it if you wasn't subscribed. But I will catch y'all next time. Have a good day. Bye-bye. God bless.